Timing the market is the most difficult thing that anyone in this crypto or financial market hasn't been able to do. It's very difficult to time the market. But what if I told you that there is a way to go about this? What if I bring out that one thing that is going to change your entire entry and exit strategy in this crypto market? Well, in today's show, I want to show you guys my number one exit and entry strategy that I use in every asset. I use this strategy to trade any asset in the crypto market, be it Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and I want to give it to you guys for free. For free. It won't cost you anything. But be rest assured that you like, subscribe, and share this content with someone else out there. Having said all of this, I'm gonna go straight to. I don't want to, waste so much time talking. I'm gonna go straight to this strategy that I want to show you guys today. And guys, trust me. After you watch the video and apply it, come back again and tell me, oh, the beton, thank you for this. Because this is gonna be one of those videos that you are gonna be watching every now and again. Every now and then. Don't say I didn't say to you, oh, I told you so. I told you so. Right. All right. Now let's dive into this. I'm so excited. Now, I've marked these zones that you see here, but I'm going to explain to you guys how I go about it. Now, for us to apply this strategy perfectly, we have to bring in some few and indicators on the chart. The first indicator is the alpha trend. The alpha trend is this trending indicator. If you are familiar with my channel, then you already know what the alpha trend is. Is this trending indicator that shows this buy and sell signal here. And the next thing you're gonna have, or the next indicator you're gonna get on your chart is the 50-day moving average. Then you can also get the this volume vector candle volume bar. You can get it. This is PV. Go to your indicator tab. Search for PVS. PVSR candle by Traders Reality, PVSRA volume. So this one here with 2.7K. Click on that. You don't have to do anything. After you click on it, then just come there, double click on it, go to the settings section. See, I tick this set PVSRA candle color. So set it, you're gonna change these candle colors and go to your trading view canvas to the symbol, tick this body, tick this wick, and untick these borders and colors. So that's the setup for PVSRO. Or if say you don't want to bother yourself so much about this, you can take the other one. You can select the other one, PVS, the auto. This PVS candle auto override is going to override it automatically for you. But I love this one more. Then you're gonna get the volume bar. Let me get the volume bar here. And the volume, no, okay, no. I have the volume. Then Trendillo is the next one you're gonna get. Trendillo. So go to the indicator tab. You search for Trendillo. Trendillo. This one, the open source with 1.8K users. So these are the indicators we're gonna be using on this tutorial. I'm gonna teach you everything from how I came about all of this. So I'm gonna uncheck this. I'm gonna take off this first. Down, down. Now, what I want us to establish here is the trend of the market, right? And usually this happens when the alpha trend prints a buy signal, or when the alpha trend prints a sell signal. I want us to capitalize on that and get into the market, before the market makers, dump it on us, or before the market gets to its targets. So this is what we're going to be doing. Now, when let me take off this. I'm gonna mark this back. I'm gonna mark all of this again so you see exactly how I come about it. I'm gonna take other pairs. Oh, this is Ethereum. Now, this strategy is gonna be more on the of 1 hour time frame. You can apply this on any time frame, it's okay, but I want us to work on this on the 1 hour time frame. Make sure you look at the trend of the market on the daily time frame. Looking at current market structure, what is the current trend of Ethereum? The current trend of Ethereum is the upside. But you can see that ever since Ethereum made this huge move to the upside, right? We haven't seen price come down to kiss this moving average. Yeah, this is the 50-day moving average. So whatever price is doing before price go to make the next high on the daily time frame, I think price has to come at least kiss this 50-day moving average on the daily time frame. So whatever we are doing right now, we are looking more for short opportunity for Ethereum. Or if we are taking any longs, it will be short-lived long. It won't be a long that you think Ethereum is gonna go to make the next all-time high. So if you want to take a long year, it's gonna mean that your stop loss is gonna be either so tight and the take profit is gonna be around 4,800. Right. So now let we drop down to the 4 hours time frame to see, okay, where are we on this time frame? You can see that this is where we are on this time frame. Price is still struggling to break above the 50-day moving average on the 4 hours time. Now, because the move started here, you see, this is where the move started, where the alpha trend printed this sell signal, this buy signal. This zone is this move here, you know, kickstarted this whole trend here. So the alpha trend printed this buy signal. It gave us a signal that, oh, wow, the market makers want to start step in. More liquidity is getting into the market, and this was above the 50-day moving average. But usually, when you see the alpha trend print a buy signal like this, you don't rush to buy. Okay, you have seen the buy signal on the 4 hours time frame. What you need to do now is drop down on the daily on the 1 hour time frame to get the best entry. Now, I'm gonna mark this zone, this alpha trend zone, that this buy zone, mark it like that, but we need it to get into that trade and to buy back again during pullback. Okay, now we drop down to the 1 hour time frame. We are looking for that zone where this is the zone, this is it here. This is it here. Let's go to the 4 hours. First, let's see. Okay, this is a zone here. Let me mark it with a line. So I think I've marked some other areas here. So let me mark it with a line here. Go back to the 1 hour time frame. Looking for that area. Okay, this is it now. So you can see here on the 1 hour time frame, right? We saw how the alpha trend printed a buy signal a long time ago. You can see, yeah, it printed this buy signal a long time ago, but you wouldn't have entered that trade, right? Because you are looking at the market on the 4 hours time frame, and you are waiting to get confirmation before you buy. And the confirmation, I'm going to show you guys the confirmation. You see, the alpha trend printed a buy signal here, after this huge, vector candle that break the 50-day moving average. We are going to wait for confirmation. Now, going now, after seeing this, we drop now down to the 1 hour time frame, as I mentioned. What we are looking at on this time frame is simple. We want to look for a buy signal during this pullback. So when you see this pullback, yeah, it was printed by a sell signal, and you want to see the buy signal, and the buy signal should be in that box where the alpha trend printed that buy signal on the 4 hours time frame, and price must be above the alpha trend before you place that order. So immediately you see the alpha trend printing this buy signal here on the 1 hour time frame, you are buying immediately, and your stop loss is going to be based on the 4 hours time frame. This is going to be your stop loss based on the 4 hours time frame. So based on this time frame, you have your stop loss below below where the alpha trend printed this buy signal. Below, yeah. This is where you have your stop loss. Yeah, you know, your stop loss below this zone. Now, if you go now to the 1 hour time frame, you see where your stop loss is. You see, your stop loss is down here and you buy here. You are giving more room for price to play out to the upside. Now, we're going to do the same thing when it comes to sell. Now, let's take more this time on the 1 hour time frame. So whenever you see a move like this to the upside and price break with high volume, the 50-day moving average to the downside, and price is below the alpha trend, what you are looking at is what has the alpha trend done? Has printed a sell signal. You go to the candle that the sell signal was printed. This was the candle that printed the sell signal. This candle printed this sell signal here. What you want to do is this. You want to mark that candle mark it like this. Like this, you take it to this area. Now, this zone should be the zone where you are going to be looking to buy. This zone here. Sorry, to sell. This zone here. Because whenever you see a huge move like this, before you even place this, before you even draw this zone where the alpha trend printed this sell signal, what you have to do first is look at this candle, the candle that is like this bearish candle, huge candle. Block it from use this measuring tool that I'm using right now. Use this measuring tool. Block it from where the candle end to do this zone, not the wick, like the start and end of the candle. And you are looking at the midpoint of that candle, the midpoint of that candle. The midpoint usually is the zone you look for that sell. Whenever you see either be it sell or buy. So this is that mid zone. Okay. Now you have established the fact that you want to place that aggressive order here. Okay, and placing that aggressive order here, you are putting your stop loss just below, closer to price. Okay, because you are looking at the fact that this was the candle that caused this huge downward trend. Now, if you want to be so aggressive, you are buying here. But if you want to be so conservative, you are waiting for this movement here, this other candle here, right? This engulfing candle. Then you place your order here. You take the trade here. Let's do it this way. You take the trade here, and you see that stop loss should be right back there. But the reason why I said you should like get it here, aggressive entry, then your stop loss just below it, is because that is the zone where price usually go to, the midpoint of this huge vector candle. When you see a huge vector candle like this, price usually goes to the midpoint of the candle before it reverses back. Now you are targeting this low here, this low, this one, yeah, this low, this one, yeah. You would have gotten an amazing profit here, this zone here. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of examples so you see again. Now, you are like, don't forget, you are buying and selling at the same time. Okay, you are buying and selling. That's the idea of trading. You are buying and selling. Now you have already marked this zone that the alpha trend created the sell signal and this buy signal. Now you are waiting for price to get here again to look for buy signal. So let's say you miss this move to the upside from this time frame. You miss this move. You would have gotten into the trade again and got out immediately here because you saw that this was the candle that printed that sell signal, and you can see price went to that candle where the sell that like the end of the beginning of the of this week. You see this the beginning of this week here from this where the candle ended. You can see here. This was the week, and you see how price went exactly there. you know, boom, you will cash out your profit. Then you wait for price again to give you the signal. Then you start looking for another sell opportunity here. So you would have bought here and sold here. You took again the price downward towards this area. You see this zone here. And if you zoom out, you see that looking at this current price action for Ethereum, this target here where the movement started, price is still yet to get there. Now, how do we apply this with volume? Because you don't just buy like that, because you want to buy, you don't buy like that. Okay, you buy when you see that volume is getting in the market. Now, in this case, we're gonna bring in our volume buy, you know, to maybe we would have caught this movement, yeah, looking at our volume bar. So looking at our volume bar, see this movement here, it was accompanied by this huge volume here, and it crossed above the 50-day moving average. So whenever you see a vector candle, green vector candle for that matter, cross with high volume above it, and then you see price stay above the alpha trend, and price is not able to break and close below that vector candle. You see, after this break here, the retracement wasn't able to make lower lows. So that was the reason why I had to buy, because this movement here wasn't invalidated. It was accompanied by high volume. And now you see here, the alpha trend printed this buy signal, and then look at what happened. There was this false move here, as if they want to dump price, but price was still above the alpha trend. Now, if you look at the trend zero, you're going to see that the trend zero gave us an amazing signal here before this move started here. You see, the trend zero was at the oversold area, right? Moving to the upside. Now, there's this line in between. You see this line here. You want to buy only when you see price above the trend dealer, above this zone, this middle line. You don't buy here. No, you buy here when you see price above the trend dealer. This on the time frame you are buying. Above this middle line, the midpoint of the trend dealer. Now let's go back to price and analyze this. Let's close the volume bar so we can have more room here to see how price reacted. Yeah. So this was the zone that we bought, right? Okay. Look at what happened here. See, the Trendillo was already above this zone. See, above. After you see this huge vector candle here that was accompanied by a high volume. Look at it. Yeah, it break above this zone, this middle line, and this retracement wasn't able to break below the midline. So this would have been a perfect entry, still aggressive entry, yeah, before price went up. Then now look at this buy signal, yeah. This buy signal was confirmed up here. Look, yeah, because the trend was already above this midline. So it means that price was more bullish at that point in time. So with me, guys, I would have gotten into this trade long time ago. After like year, I wouldn't have waited for this buy signal. But I'm just trying to be more conservative with you guys, like to get the best entry. I would have gotten into the trade immediately, yeah, even though price was still like trying to form. Yeah, I would have take the risks, but I would have had a tight stop loss. Yeah, if you play this game like this, you might be stopped out most of the time. You want to play the game when price is above the alpha trend, at least above the alpha trend. For example, maybe you would have bought here, or you would have bought here where the alpha trend printed this buy signal. So this is Ethereum, and I'm using Ethereum to for this example, because Ethereum like has a good volume, it has a good market structure, and so on and so forth. Now let's look for a new coin and chart the coin the same way as I did with Ethereum. Now let's take off the Trendillo. Now we want to chart Ethereum on this time frame. Now, let me give you guys real-time analysis on this. So we are now on this time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame. Ethereum made this huge move to the upside, and the alpha trend printed this buy signal. Okay, now what happened? Price made a huge move to the upside, but price wasn't able to go and make higher highs. So if we look at the structure, what has happened in the past? We are in a downtrend. So what we should be looking at is more short than longs, right? In this case, we look at where price started. This move started here, down here. You know, you mark the zone where the alpha trend printed the buy signal. You can go to the 4 hours time frame to do this before you go to the 1 hour time frame to look for the buy signal. So on this time frame, this was the candle that printed the buy signal. Okay, but price invalidated this move, and you can see price came right down here. Now I want to mark this zone. See, I want to mark this zone. This is a zone that printed that buy signal. Okay, so I want to see price above that zone before I place that buy order. I want to see price above that zone because this was a zone that price printed the buy signal. So I want to see price above that zone before I place any buy order. Now I drop down to the 1 hour time frame. I want to see where I am. Okay, so this is where I am. I'm far away there. But I want to be trading them. I don't want to wait until like this move has taken us right up there. I don't want to wait until price get back there before I buy again on the 4 hours time frame. I want to take advantage of the move from the upside to the downside. Now I want to look at where price went. So this is the high. Now I'm looking for a short position. Okay, I'm going to mark the zone that price printed the sell signal. This was the candle that caused price to print the sell signal. I want to mark this candle. I'm going to mark just the wick of the candle because the candle is too long. I want to mark just this zone here from the top to this one. So this is what I want to mark. Just this one, So I want to mark that zone. This is the area where I'm looking for my short because I miss on this move. I want to capitalize on this move, and my target is going to be down here, this zone where the buy signal started on the 4 hours time. Now I can even go to the 4 hours time frame to get more confidence where the alpha trend printed a sell signal. You can see, let me mark this properly for you. So this was the candle that printed the sell signal on the 4 hours time frame. Yeah, but I wanted to capitalize on this movement. Yeah, this movement. The price is up there. I want to drop down to the 1 hour time frame to get my best entry. I've seen that price is doing that. Now I am going to get into this trade not when price is dumping here, but when price get back there. Now, what did I mention to you guys earlier? I said, whenever you see a huge vector like this, take this measuring tool here, mark it from the beginning, the end of this candle, the top of the candle. Yeah, you are looking for the midpoint. Mark the midpoint like this. Looking for this midpoint. Mark it like this. That's the zone you can get your best aggressive entry and you stay there. But if you miss this aggressive entry, for example, what I mean to say is after this huge move to the downside, what price does usually is recover half of that vector candle. Price most at times is going to recover half of that candle. Okay, now you are watching your aggressive entry. Okay, price drop down here. You would have said, okay, maybe let me cash out profit because there was always going to be high chances that price is going to reverse back to this area where the alpha trend printed this sell signal. See this zone here. Price is always going to go there. And you can see the alpha trend always have a way to mark this zone. mark it with, you can see when it consolidates, when it moves like sideways like this, it means it is building this zone for price to get there, and you would have bought here, and your stop loss would have been still above this candle here. That's where your stop loss would have been. Then you take the right down to this zone here, this zone. Always make sure you zoom out, then you mark the top of that of every move to be the area where you cash out your profit first. Like yeah, and I can confirm this in the sense that the alpha trend put a buy signal here on this time frame, and there was also gonna be a high chances that price is gonna get there. I'm gonna explain to you guys more as we continue. Now, you always make sure you cash out your profit around this area that you see. Like when you zoom out, you see a huge move there. Always bring price and like cash out your profit here. So if you would have buy here, you would have cash out your profit here. You would have bought again here. Because price failed again here to go and make higher highs, and price stayed below the alpha trend. You would have sell here, then you cash out your profit down here. So this is like a range trading or zone by zone trading. Now we are here. Okay, price has failed to go and make higher highs again. And what happened? Because the alpha trend printed a buy signal, this buy signal should be considered as a false buy signal. Why? Because price wasn't able to go and make higher highs. Right now, we should focus now on this sell signal. Okay, if we are focusing on this sell signal, it means the target is going to take us right down to the previous candle the previous zones we mark on the 4 hours time frame. Remember, we marked this zone long time ago. Yeah, this zone. Yeah, that this was the zone, the candle, the zone that initiated this move to the upside. So there's high chances that we are gonna come there if price keep failing to go and make higher highs from where we are. You can see price break on this time frame. It went back there. It wasn't able to make higher highs. Price came back here, and price is not able to break the 50-day moving average. Now we should at least go to target this low here. And if we target this low here, there's high chances we are going to go straight down this target here. So you can still wait until you see price here before you buy, but you can always take advantage of price action to get in. Now, let me recap what I have been trying to say, or what I have been trying to explain to you guys here with regard to this strategy. First, you are looking for a buy signal on the 4 hours time frame. Like in this case, you mark the candle that printed the buy signal. This is a candle, you mark it, and you want to buy on the 1 hour time frame when you see price above that zone, right? So in this case, price price went above the zone here. You would have bought here, this area here, this vector candle here, or you would have bought the retracement here, or you would have still buy this buy signal by the alpha trend on this time frame. So this buy signal here, we would have still like place that order, and you look at the 4 hours time frame to give you your exit and entry. Now you see about the exit, whether you see price above the alpha trend, you are in that trade. So you don't want to see any candle close below the alpha trend. When you see any candle close below the alpha trend, you are exiting the trade. But I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not always going to be waiting for price to do that. Okay. So what I want to see is price to hold and stay above the 50-day moving average on the 4 hours time frame. So the 4 hours time frame is a time frame that I am analyzing the market. So I want to get out from the market on that time frame. So what I don't want to see is for price to break with high volume after a huge move like this and break the 50 day moving average on the 4 hours time frame or on the 1 hour time frame. So in this case, like price was here, I would have dropped down to the 1 hour time frame to see whether price is gonna break the 50 day moving average with high volume, you know, and you can see here price did break it with high volume. I would have sold here, but I would have missed out my like the next move to the upside. I would have missed out the next move to the upside. So usually you don't want to like to apply this if say you are trading on the 4 hours time frame. You want to wait for the signal to be given to you on the 4 hours time frame before you actually get out, from that time frame. Now, there are many ways you can look at the market to exit. Like this is just one way that I'm showing you guys. So I don't always look at this like the exit to see, like for example, this huge candle like this, then retracement. Usually when you see price going like this and you see break like huge candle like this break, always expect for pullback towards the alpha trend. And if price is not able to break and close above the alpha trend, then you sell. Yeah, so you would have lose most of this profit. Yeah, but it's worth it. But usually I want to look at where I have this moving average. Yeah. So if I see price make a huge move and leave like a bounce from this moving average on the 4 hours time frame, make a huge move to the upside. I'm waiting for price to get back there, and what price is gonna do after price get to that moving average is what I'm going to decide afterwards. So in this case, I would have gotten out of this trade here because you see, price came here, it kissed this moving average, it wasn't able to go and make like to break the higher. I would have got out from this trade here, and I would have been in an amazing profit because I would have took the trade here, then got out here. You know, even though price would have dropped like drastically here, got in here. Price dropped drastically here. I would have cashed out my profit here, like being more conservative. So that's what I would have done in this. But again, um, we cannot really tell you cannot really tell how you're gonna react most at times. But make sure you actually mark these zones to give you some perspective as to which areas you are going to be looking at that entry and that exit. I've shown you guys the entry and the exit, and I want you guys to go and watch this video. If you say there's something you didn't understand, do let me know, and I'm gonna explain to you guys more. I'm gonna do more of such videos so I can explain to you guys more better on how to apply this strategy. And maybe as days goes by, you are going to learn. Guys, this is something I use every day to get in and out of any trades out there. Like in this case, let's say this is Solana now on the 1 hour time frame. I would have sold Solana a long time ago. Why? Because I saw that price failed to go and make like to break to create higher highs from this huge break here on the 1 hour time frame. See, I told you guys that whenever you see price break like this with high volume, if you look at the volume here, let's look at the volume here. You see this break was with high volume. Always look at volume. Sorry, I didn't show you guys volume. Always look at volume. You see with this high volume here, you are waiting for price to at least recover half of that candle before you place any trade. Usually, price is not going to do exactly like half of the candle, but always mark half of the candle to give you the entry. So in this case, price wasn't able to go and make higher highs. This would have been a confirmation that price was going down. This hammer here. So you would have placed your sell order here. You target just this low here with high leverage. Would have given you an amazing profit like so far. Now looking at um the Trendillo, let's go to the Trendillo. Let me show you guys something here. You see, the Trendillo has already shown you or shown us that we are in a downtrend. You see, we're in a downtrend, and I told you that you are buying only when you see the trendy low cross above this line in the middle. Let me mark it again for you guys to see. This line in the middle, you are buying only when you see price stay above this line in the middle, like above. So if you see this above and stays above, that's when you're buying. You're not buying below. In this case, if you look at the price, you see this zone, price was already below. So there wasn't gonna be any buy here. It was gonna be sell here, and this is gonna be form divergence. From the divergence, it's gonna maybe take us to, let's see, let me see. Let me give you guys an entry for today's for Solana. So this should be like based on the way we just analyze the market today, or like the way what I taught you guys today. Now, based on this strategy, right? We have established the fact that these zones should be the zone where at least they take price to. But this is the main area where we are going to look for that buy opportunity. So if we see Bitcoin going right down to, let's say, $110,000, then Ethereum and Solana are gonna drop. But in this case, Solana is gonna drop to this level. But now let's just assume that maybe we are not gonna go more downward. Price wanna hold this area. Now, what you're doing is look at this zone where the alpha trend printed this sell signal. Yeah, this sell signal. Mark that zone. Mark it very well. This is the candle that printed this sell signal. So you can short Ethereum now. If this candle, this this 1 hour candle close below this zone, can short Ethereum, Solana, and take price right down here. So this should be the setup, the short setup. You're shorting Solana here with stop loss right back there. Of course, I know it's so far, but this is a quick scalp. You target this low here. Now, if you zoom out, you see that this low is possible. I mean, it's too far. We can just target it this like to be more precise. Let's do it here. So give us some room to like the stop loss is so far. That's why I mentioned I would have got into the trade long time ago. Yeah, yeah, where I would have taken this trade, and this would have been my. You can still get into the trade, but wait for this candle to break below. Then you are buying the retest there to take you back down here. So this is a trade for today, and I do think we can see price go there during the US market, US session. But now let's look for the buy scenario. Okay, so this is a sell scenario. Now this is the buy scenario. This is the candle that printed that buy signal. This is it, right? So you go there, you mark the candle on that time frame. This time frame. This trade is on the this on the 1 hour time frame, so you can take the trade on the analysis on the 1 hour time frame. So you can take the trade on the 15 minutes time frame. So what you want to see is this. You want to see price do something like this from here. Let's say we're not able to go to break below here. Okay, you want to see price get back into that zone, and you're buying there. That's where you're buying. You're buying when you're not there. Sorry, guys. Let me take off this. You want to see price get from me there. You want to see price go right up there, break at least, pull back there. That's when you're buying there. When you buy there, simple. You put your stop loss just below this area where the buy signal was created, just below there. So this is how you're gonna set it up. long, just below there, and you target that there, this high there. Yeah, target this high, this zone where you see, you target it that zone. But usually, I want to be more like I want to make sure my take profit is hit. So I want to target the previous high. Even though like because there's a vector candle here, and it's been normal to target where the vector candle is, right? Or you want to target this high. But usually, I want to like just get in and out of the market as soon as I can. So these are the trades for today. You know, Maybe we're gonna fail this move if price get here. Don't rush to buy. Immediately wait for that confirmation. You know, Wait for that confirmation. Wait for it. Like price is gonna get there. Wait for price to come towards this area where this alpha trend putting this buy signal. You see price get there and it's gonna be around the alpha trend. That's when you're buying. Your stop loss is gonna be so tight. Then you cash the profit up there. So that's the trade for today. And if you drop down to the 15 minutes time frame, it's gonna give you even um you can see here. So this is a trade for today. Make sure you pay attention to it, and if you apply it the way I am saying to you guys right now, you are gonna get the best out of it. Now, um, yeah, I think that's it, guys. If you have any question, you can you know pose the question to me. I'm gonna do my best to respond to you accordingly. You know, Again, you can see we are getting rejection here. If we reject here, then make sure you apply it the way I mentioned to you. But again, I think this is the target that price is gonna get to. This target here. I'm gonna come back to this analysis when I see here. This is gonna be the main buy because this target is based on the 4 hours time frame. This is gonna be our main buy zone, to the upside. Okay, wow. What a video, what a show. If you like it, guys, subscribe, like it, and see you guys the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Ciao.